Good evening, happy Thursday. This is Bronson's By Any Means Necessary Fantasy Baseball Talk. We'll get to basically tomorrow's games. First of all, I just want to kind of humble brag a little bit. I signed up for anger management classes today, something that I probably needed to do for all of my entire adult life. But now that it's been well, first, these classes were brought to my attention through UPS and through my union benefits, so I'll get them cheaper. And so it's been something I've been considering for a couple of months now. But I feel like I really need to do this for my mental health and for my quality of life and for just for the people around me as well. I'm tired of being lonely. I'm tired of being bitter. I'm tired of being this person that I am. I don't know how to fix it. I can't do it by myself. And I'm hoping that these classes will help me heal from whatever is inherently whatever has inherently caused me to become this person that I am. So I start those on July 8th. They'll be $85. It's a 12-week course. $85 a class. So, with the money that I'll be saving by not having to use public transit anymore and not having to pay for Lyft anymore when I start driving here, hopefully in about a week. I think I can cover that. Even if I am, considering switching jobs, I just gotta find a job that's gonna allow me to still travel like I've grown accustomed to over these last few months, because it's become a passion of mine, and it's one of the few things in my life that makes me really feel happy when I am somewhere else, somewhere that is not home. I feel happy, and I don't want to lose that joy. I think it's important for people to do what. Damn it! See, that's what happens when I don't have my normal phone stand. I think it's important for people to chase joy, voraciously chase joy, and so I'm going to continue to do that. And hopefully, if I switch jobs, probably won't pay as well, but there might be more hours, more consistent hours, so that'll make up for it. And like I said in my video yesterday, I'm considering just going through People Ready, because I believe that People Ready, once I get back in the system, I can travel anywhere I travel to, and I can find a day labor position to make some extra money for that day wherever I go, and that'll help me fund my vacations. And in fact, it'll make me more prone to travel, probably, knowing that I can make money while I'm there. I just have to get there, and then I can work, which there's catch-22 to that. If I'm working there, then that's less time I get to really enjoy a vacation. But the big part of traveling for me is just the experience of being there and somewhere else, and not necessarily about having a real vacation. Even though a couple places when I went to Alaska, I did splurge for that boat tour, and when I went to Vegas, I did pay for that Grand Canyon helicopter tour. Those were amazing experiences that I'll never forget. But usually, when I decided to embark on this traveling journey this year, it was basically just about the experience of just being there. So I'm going to continue that as best I can. And hopefully, again, the anger management classes will help me better handle my anger, better express my feelings that I'm upset, and I don't know. I did make sure I did take some time yesterday to read James, the book of James in the Bible, because I think there's some really good quotes about anger in there, and I did take the time to write them down on a little notepad, a little sticky note, put it on my mirror so I can see those quotes. I'll remind myself of those quotes every time I look in the mirror at myself. So maybe that'll help too. I know that traveling definitely helps with my anger, definitely helps with my happiness. So I know that music definitely helps me stay calm and not blow up. So these are I'm happy that I found these things for myself, but I still need more coping mechanisms, because I don't always have music there. I'm not always going to have. I can't just walk out of my shift at work, or for example, and just go hop on a plane and fly to Las Vegas or Tucson, or somewhere I can get some vitamin D, or somewhere I can just get away for a couple of days. I can't just do that. It's not realistic. So I've got to find some realistic, everyday, manageable coping mechanisms for my anger, and that's what I'm hoping to get out of these courses mostly. But let's get to it. Let's get to the baseball talk. We got a couple of injuries to report. Sonny Gray is on the injury list again. He's been pretty inconsistent this year anyway, so it's not going to be a huge loss for us. There's probably a better pitcher out there to replace him with for the next couple of turns through the rotation. Not a big deal, and we can stream our way through that pretty successfully, I think. And Ian Kennedy of the Rangers, the closer, is having a really good year, but he is old. The Rangers are bad. Ian Kennedy most likely is going to be one of the top, most likely to get traded guys come trade deadline, and he's probably not going to keep that closer role moving forward when he does get traded. So it's something that we're going to have to move on from soon anyway. Plenty of good options out there to replace him. Daniel Bard over the Rockies. Yeah, I know the Rockies are terrible, and Daniel Bard is another old guy who's probably going to get traded too, but he's pitching pretty outstanding right now. TJ Antone of the Reds, as was mentioned yesterday, he's widely available in leagues, and he's been one of the better closers in baseball so far this year. And Gregory Soto of the Tigers as well. All three of these guys, even though they're on bad teams, are having some pretty elite years, having a pretty elite season as the closer for the team right now. Shohei Ohtani of the Angels, also, it is his turn through the rotation to start tomorrow as well. So be sure to, if you have him in your league, be sure to get him in the pitching spot and out of the utility spot. Otherwise, you won't be able to use him as a pitcher. I've been caught a couple of times this season of not moving, because I don't typically set my lineup until the morning before, and ESPN doesn't always tell me that he's starting. It doesn't have the little probable thing. So I've been caught a couple of times this year. So I think if it's a problem that I'm having, and I'm someone who does this religiously, very passionate about it, then it's probably a problem for other people too. So I just want to make note of it. Be sure to get Ohtani in the pitcher spot, out of the utility spot. I think I'm not sure how it works actually, but I think that you'll still get his hitting stats as a pitcher. But you won't get his pitching stats as a hitter. So you always want to put him in the pitching spot when he's eligible to be there. A couple of steaming hot hitters to add if you're needing some help. Michael Franco of the Royals at third base. Kike Hernandez, a guy I just recently dropped because he was really playing like trash. He kind of got benched for a little bit, but he's, of course, now that he's not on my roster anymore, he's hitting well again. He can provide you eligibility at second base and outfield. Tyler Stevenson of the Reds, catcher and first base. I know you probably don't really want to play a catcher at first base because that's definitely a steep drop off, but multi-positional versatility is important in fantasy baseball, and he's doing pretty well for catcher. Anyway, so if you need a catcher, there's a guy to get. Another guy, Luis Urias, interesting case. When the Brewers traded for Willie Adames, a lot of people thought Luis Urias was going to lose his starting job, but Colton Wong got hurt, so that's kept Luis Urias in the lineup, and he's actually been the leadoff hitter for the last week. He's producing really well in that spot. So Luis Urias, who also has multi-positional versatility, I think he's a second base, third base, shortstop, maybe others. I don't know, but definitely all around the infield. He can help your team out quite a bit right now as well. Some streaming pitchers to consider. I've got 4 for you. It's a good day for streaming. Starting with Tarek Skubal of the Tigers at the White Sox. Yes, the White Sox are a good hitting team, but Tarek Skubal has been outstanding over his last 4 starts. So I kind of anticipate that trend continuing. He's going to strike a lot of people out. Ryan Yarbrough of the Rays against the Orioles. The Orioles are terrible. Ryan Yarbrough is on a nice little streak of starts. So he's a guy. He's actually my top streaming option for the day. Garrett Richards of the Red Sox versus Blue Jays. I understand the Blue Jays. Yes, they're a good team, a good hitting team. And Garrett Richards is a guy who's very injury prone, so is risky, but he's actually pitching well this year. So if you're needing an option, a lower end option for the day tomorrow, Garrett Richards is there. And lastly, we're going to go with Johan Oviedo of the Cardinals at the Cubs. Yes, the theme is yes. These pitchers are facing good lineups, but these pitchers are good enough to warrant some streaming consideration. I'm high on Johan Oviedo, and I think he's going to get rack up some strikeouts to keep him, above the negative line against the Cubs tomorrow. All right, that's it. That's the show. That's the episode for today. Tune back in tomorrow. As always, I appreciate you all so much for watching. I wish you well in your personal lives as well as your fantasy sports lives. Peace, love, and nacho fries, my friends.